Covenant and grace. And there's a lot to talk about with covenant and grace. We can't cover it all in one meeting, and so I'm not going to try, but I want to give you a little bit of what I really and truly think God is wanting us to look at. I have a question. And it's the first thing I put on your handout. It's a question there. And the question reads like this. Does God leave mankind to perish in his fallen estate of sin and misery? The answer is no. You see, God entered into a covenant of grace that delivers the elect out of the state or the estate that he's in to bring him into a state of grace by a Redeemer in Jesus Christ. I say again, he brought us in to his estate, into his welfare, into his time, into his presence by a Redeemer. This means someone went out and brought you in. You wasn't coming in if he didn't come and get you. You wasn't coming in if God hadn't chose you. You and I are the elect. You should thank God for that. If I stop right now, I have said enough. You can put the rest of the service together yourself. But God has brought you in by a Redeemer, and that Redeemer is Jesus Christ. No knucklehead, nobody out there proclaiming and having all the favor of the world, nobody out there that's being looked up on in the world as if they're somebody great. But Jesus, who humbled himself, who was the Word that became flesh, dwelled amongst men, suffered the agony and the misery of a cross, nailed to it with a crown of thorns on his head. He said, look, I went all the way for you. And nobody can take that from me. That's why when you're his, nobody can snatch you out of his hand. Come on, pat yourself on the back this morning. Turn around and pat your neighbor on the back and say, good job. You ain't did nothing. Jesus did it for you. He did it all.